All right, Mark, why don't you go ahead and get us started? We are live on Facebook, and everybody can go ahead and jump in, and we'll start, the home seller seminar.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Mark with the Big Helper Real Estate Group at EXP, and preparing for today's virtual seminar. I wrote down a lot of information that I want to share with you, so let's dive right in and take a look at what's happening in the real estate market. So just this past Thursday, the analysts at Zillow and Redfin reported that people who are living in big cities are looking at smaller cities, and that search is up 71%. So the demand is through the roof right now. Plus, when you look at interest rates where they stand right now, there's no doubt that there's a massive wave of transactions that are about to hit. So this chart shows a comparison of how many people are looking at homes this year compared to last year. So March 12 started that downward trend. Now here we are on May 9th, absolutely going in the right direction. So what is the number one biggest problem a buyer has today? It's the absolute lack of homes for sale. And the overall biggest problem is sellers who need to sell or want to sell, but think they can't in this environment. So let's take a look at what we're up against. So the unemployment numbers were released yesterday. And this chart shows the number of unemployment claims reported in millions each week. So clearly a lot of people have been affected. And I'd like to note that economists thought these numbers were going to be much worse. So this next chart shows who's been filing for unemployment. And the most impacted have been our servers and bartenders. That accounts for almost 38% of our unemployment. Then you can see the percent of other job industries impacted. But is there a silver lining here? Absolutely. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that 85.3% of people still have a job. And of the 90% of people who were laid off, they expect that layoff to be temporary. And I actually have a friend who was just laid off a couple of weeks ago and got the call to come back to work next week. So that's a good sign. We're seeing some light at the end of the tunnel. Right now, if you watch the news, you probably feel like nobody has a clue what's going to happen next or how bad it's going to get. And so what are the things that we don't know and what are the things that we do know? The things we don't know about the virus, about the vaccine, there are some unknowns out there. There's no doubt. But then let's quickly pivot to what do we know? We know we started off this year stronger than ever. We know we have record low interest rates right now. Equity is extremely strong across homeowners. We know we have to acknowledge the unemployment right now. Hopefully it's temporary. And we know the Federal Reserve is doing everything they can to support the economy. I think we need to trust what experts are saying, that in the second half of the year, we should see economy growth, and housing should be the bright spot that'll lead us out of it. So right now I want to make you this offer. I will sit down with you for 15 to 20 minutes on a live video Zoom call like this one, where I'm going to give you a market update specific to your neighborhood. It's going to be first come, first serve, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 1 to 3 p.m. I'll answer the 3 toughest questions that everybody has today, including the value of your home and 1 to 3 of the biggest questions that I get all the time, like how much is my home worth during COVID? I'll show you the MLS data, the withdrawals, so you're empowered. And if you're interested, how to sell your home safely during COVID. And how's the mortgage market for the buyer that would buy your home? So to schedule a time that works best for you, just click on that Calendly link. Okay, now let's talk about who are the buyers. 50% of the people who are setting appointments to look at a house right now have a home to sell. So if you're planning to buy a home after you sell yours, you're going to want to avoid taking that forbearance plan that's being offered. Stay current on your mortgage, credit cards, and all of that. The low interest rates are driving buyers to the market. So recently, I heard from a mortgage lender that because of low interest rates, home prices right now, they're more affordable than they were even before the peak of the bubble back in 2008. All right, let's talk about getting ready to sell your home. I realize for some of you, I just went over a whole lot of information very quickly, and maybe you're just starting to prepare for your home sale, but are still weeks or even months away from talking to an agent. For you, I want to give you some tips that you can start doing now to get ready. So starting with deferred maintenance. Unless you're planning to sell below market value, you want to take care of those minor repairs now. Sure, you're selling your old house, but buyers, they're looking for their new home. Think about what you would expect to see in your new home. Buyers have walked away from homes without even seeing the inside after discovering, something like a loose door handle. Or they step inside, smell like animal urine, smoke, and they'll turn right around and walk out. You want to declutter, depersonalize. Remember, a buyer wants to picture themselves living there. When you walk into a home with family photos covering the walls, suddenly you go from seeing a home to that uncomfortable feeling of being in somebody else's house. Think of ways that will make your home more appealing to anyone's family situation. Consider that the person buying your home might not have kids. They could be elderly or disabled, and repainting your pink and blue bedrooms is going to be more of a hassle than they're up to. Don't waste your money on upgrades that won't make any money in return. For example, an appraiser only values a pool at about $8,000 to $10,000 more than the same house without a pool. Installing a pool can cost you over $20,000 at least. So instead, focus on efforts that will make your home appear clean and new. Now, if you're joining us late, I just want to remind you that I am available for a personal one-on-one video strategy session where I will cover with you what your home is worth during COVID and answer and address any questions and concerns you have. Just click on that calendar link. All right, let's do some Q&A. So are homes still selling? Let's take a look at the numbers. Here in Maricopa right now, we have 229 homes pending and under contract. To put that in perspective, there are only 192 homes active for sale on the market. During the last 30 days, while everyone was on lockdown, 180 homes sold in Maricopa. So if nobody were to put their home on the market right now, that would leave us with just over 1 month's, all the homes we sold in just over 1 month.
Yeah, that's interesting, Mark. So you went over a lot of data. I guess what everybody really kind of wants to know at the end of the day is, are homes still selling? I mean, I see the data is, but what is it really like out there? If I wanted to put my home on the market and I'm worried about this virus, what are the steps that you guys are taking to help me sell my home and, be safe?
So absolutely, and that's something that I'd love to cover in a one-on-one, exactly how we can keep you safe, depending on your family situation, what's going to work best. Homes are absolutely selling right now, very quickly, and at top dollar. We actually just listed a home yesterday and sold it yesterday.
Oh, that's right, the one in Tempe.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, that's kind of something we need to keep. We need to remember is that homes are selling. They're selling for top dollar, and it can be done safely, is what I hear you saying.
Exactly. I mean, you still want to have your home, up to date. You don't want to have a bunch of unfinished projects. Homes that are overpriced are still sitting on the market, but the homes that are priced at market, which is continuing to go up, are selling fast.
Awesome. Okay. Well, anything else we should be aware of?
Let me think.
Sorry to put you on the spot. I mean, you did cover a lot of data in there, and I'll go ahead and put up here again how they can get a hold of you.
Thank you.
So making sure everybody can get a hold of you. And again, use that link down below to schedule an appointment with Mark. This is being recorded, so you can go back and look at any of those slides and that data to help you make an informed decision. But the best next step that anybody could take would be to speak to a professional. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, awesome. Well, we appreciate your time, Mark, and thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you, everyone.